questions, just talking anything eBay and anything eBay reselling related. Now, usually what I do with this is I run through what's been selling, but today I want to just talk about a few other things that are happening just out here in the garage, plans I've got for eBay, what I'll be up to in the next couple of days, maybe. Just have a general catch up. So if you are live, if you are in the live, drop a question, drop a comment. We can talk about anything. If you are listening back to this one, just sit back, enjoy it. Good to have you on board. First comment winner today, Johnny. Nice to see you. Eddie in second, Brian third, Darth fourth. Boys, Brian and Darth, you've got to up your game in the lives, lads. Always the first two in the main long format videos. Lives, slip in. Young Badger, how you getting on? Dav's in. Dav, nice to see you, mate. Dav, was there any football on today? I didn't play. Was there any football on? Welsh Wombo. God, I've not heard from you for a long, long time. How have you been keeping? You still getting out and about? Number one tag. I can't see who's got the number one tags, Darth. I don't know. I think that's a really good thing they've introduced on the live zone. It gets people engaged, gets people commenting, even if it is just to get the number one. Charity shops are getting silly with their prices now. They're selling retail. I watched a really good video actually about a guy. He was talking about antiques, and all he does is buy and sell antiques, and he tried to donate a load of antiques to the charity shop and they wouldn't take any. So he had a good summary of what he thought the state of the charity shops were. All comes down to them pricing things too high, not shifting stuff. They got loads of stock out the back, so can't take any more. Volunteers not being there in the shops to get new stuff out there. About the charity shops putting their best stock up on eBay so that all the stuff that hits the shop floor is all rubbish. It was a really, really good YouTube video. It's only 10 minutes long as well. Welsh Rumble, just come out of hospital. Sorry to hear that, mate. Hope everything's well, or is getting better anyway. Big Dunk, nice to see you, Michael. Nice to see you. Mop is on nights, Tuesday nights, garage sessions. Matt, nice to see you, mate. Right. Usually, like I said, what I do today is run through some eBay sales. Last Tuesday, we had 15 sales. I then jumped on Friday. Was it 11, 12 sales? 3 sales today. Only 3 sales. It's not been good. Monday, Tuesday, 3 sales. Sunday, I only had 1 sale. And that was a transformer, one that I picked up from that yard trail. Sold that on for 20 odd quid. And I think I know what's gone wrong. On Saturday, somebody had bought Xbox game. I showed it, the Family Guy Xbox game. They paid 20 quid for it. And the next day they were asking when's it going to arrive. And it's because eBay said that it would be with them within 3 days. Well, my dispatch time's 3 days. And then second class post is 3 to 5 days. So it might get there in 8 days. But they were messaging me, where is it? And then I was in the post office, post the game. I'm always quite slack. I never click dispatch like as soon as I give it to the post office. I do it all in one kind of bunch. And then I had this message from eBay saying a cancellation request from this guy. Well, I'd already put the item into the post office. So it's the first time I've ever done it. I refused his cancellation request. Never done that before. I had to put in the tracking number and had to say when exact time and date that I post it. And the cancellation went through. But since I've done that, eBay's been dead. And that's not just no sales or very few sales. I've not been able to send out the usual offers either. Is it just me, or if there's anything that's out of the ordinary, even if it's not your fault, it just hits your eBay? Let me know. Let me know. But anyway, only 3 sales to show you today. Nick, you doing anything for Halloween? What, is it like a YouTube thing or an eBay thing, or just in general? There's a lot of trick-or-treating around by me, so I might go out with the kids trick-or-treating. Oh, actually, last Halloween, I found in the charity shop a really cool mask. It was the Joker off of Batman Arkham Asylum, the computer games. Proper rubber mask, horrible thing. Went round in there. It's getting down to the staff on a certain day. Get the savvy staff. Yeah, you do. You do. The staff in the shops, they can have a massive sway on things. Not just the pricing. Some of them won't be able, from their previous experience, from when they were back in work, they might know certain things. You know, if they were in retail, they might know good brands of clothes, so they price them well. You find most of the shops don't know about toys, so it's all just 50p a pound. Board games are usually £2-3. I think some of them have set prices. So yeah, it does depend on the knowledge of the staff. I think the staff numbers, how quickly they can get stuff turned around, that's key. Yeah, there's lots of kind of nuances, isn't there? Kevin, nice to see you. Buy some items priced on eBay. Yeah, the prices are high, and price matching on eBay, and I've done separate videos on this, I think is crazy. eBay is a good barometer of what the secondhand value of an item is, but that is in that environment. It's only relevant to that environment. You're posting worldwide. To make a comparison to a local little charity shop, which has got a very small sphere of influence, you can't compare like for like. So why price like for like? Mike, I went to CX over the weekend and tried to buy some Blu-rays, and they lost the discs. Oh, nothing worse than that. I've not had that before. No, I haven't. Usually they're quite good. They're quite organized, but I mean, it could happen. In fact, tomorrow, what I got to do, as well as my usual charity shopping, I do need to do a CEX trip. I got a bit of a pile there. Wii games, a couple of Blu-rays in there, PS4 games. They all need going in for CEX credit. I've got the Wii U, big bundle of games in there that I got from that yard sale. That all needs going down to CEX credit, because over the weekend I was playing Warhammer Kill Team and I enjoyed it. And I want to buy a set of Warhammer Kill Team. I want to get some orcs. Right, we'll just answer a few more questions. We'll go through a few more comments, and then I'll show you what's sold. Yeah, they absolutely put you on stop or pause whilst the situation is resolved. They do. They do. I swear they do. They don't say they do. You don't get a message saying they do, but it hurts your eBay store in general. Like, decorate your place. No, I don't decorate this for Halloween. I used to put up some string lights at Christmas time. I mean, there's enough cobwebs in here. It looks like Halloween anyway. Paul, nice to see you. Ships and Sharks. I used to do all my posters manually, but now I just buy it through eBay. I still do mine manually, take it down the post office. I handwrite all of my envelopes and parcels as well. I don't like the faff of, like, because I work full time and I'm on my laptop all day, as soon as it comes to the evenings, I don't even want to look at my laptop, whether that be just to post stuff and get labels. Laptop goes away. I do everything through my phone, and yeah, handwriting. I think you're a rare reseller that prefers charity shops over boot sales. The summer season, though, makes you sharper, I reckon, when it comes to the lean winter months. Is there many resellers out there that actually enjoy going in charity shops to do resellers? To do reselling. It's my favorite place for sourcing. Always has been, ever since I started it. I did like Facebook Marketplace. I think that the competition on there is too high now, and you've got to be lightning quick with it. There's so many time waster sellers as well. I don't tend to look on that anymore. Boot sales, I don't tend to enjoy. I don't like the early starts. I don't. And there's, again, a lot more competition now. And yeah, I was messaging Gareth, actually. Gareth, if you're in here, let me know about this. And you get that anticipation of going to the boot sale thinking you'll find stuff, and you get this massive down if you don't. The high and the low of the boot sale just, it kills me. I do like the local jumble trails. I like the jumble sales, the little 5, 6, 7, 10 store little sales. That's my favorite. Ricky, here he is. This man is in his garage at 9:30 on the dot every day. 9:15 Tuesday evenings. We'll be doing garage sessions. I'll take you through eBay sales, take you through some solds, just talk to you about what's been going on in my eBay life. And then we'll just have a good chat. 9:15 every Tuesday, we'll be here. Darth is into his Nemesis Claw, Warhammer Kill Team. Set to paint. Get that plastic. That was a grey pile of shame. Get that all printed up. Nick, do you sell on Vinted? No, I only sell on eBay. That's a choice I've made. I didn't like the whole saga of Vinted not keeping your personal data protected. It's the most basic thing you can do that. If you're setting up a website, setting up a company, that is the basic thing to do, and they got that wrong. And I don't trust that. Secret Card, but nice to see you. Let loose on toys. Oh, there's loads of you guys in there. Lee, what is your actual job, Ian? I'm a civil engineer. What that is if you come to me with a plot of land or a site, I could help you work out what you do with it. So an architect would design your building. I would do the 3D levels, the drainage, all the earthworks around it. I'd plumb it in. I'd make sure your site was operational. I've done a few snippets of projects that have been built, ones that I've designed. I've tagged that onto a few ends of my videos. It is a good job. Rummage around Kieran. Here he is. Kieran likes a charity shop. Ricky, yeah, he wasn't late. 9:26, late. Late, mate. True, dude. I'm with you, Ian. You only do charity shops. Yeah, I don't only do charity shops, Eddie. But charity shops are close to me. I've got a good route. And you can go there Monday to Friday. You know, it's boot sales are there, set time, set place, weather dependent. You don't get that with the charity shops. Right, let me show you some sales. Actually, one of the reasons why, I was in two minds whether to come on tonight because Forest Green are playing. We were 3-1 up. So if anyone could go on BBC, look down the National League and just keep me posted with the score, it should be like, I don't know, we should be like 5-10 minutes to go. But 3 sales to show you. The first one, come in, transfer deadline day yesterday. Someone snapped this up at about 9:30. 2005 Cristiano Ronaldo card. This is a Futera card. Futera are a British-based company, so you can imagine any Americans who are into their sports cards, they're going to have to buy it 9 times out of 10 from a UK-based seller. So I priced this to sell on the global shipping market. It didn't sell on the global shipping market, but that was my plan. It only got a grade 7.5. This is by SGC, so I sent that off to America. Black slab in there. Had this listed up for 50. It's not worth 50. It's not. But it's trying to get that nibble, trying to get that offer. Someone come in, 30. I've had this for a long time. And sales were slow. So he's gone. Ronaldo is gone. £30 for a card that would have cost, I think I bought a big batch of these. I bought 8 of them for a tenner each. So not the biggest markup. Next sale. I sold a bit of clothing. I don't like clothing. I don't. But I picked this up when I went with Connor. I've not met up with Connor for a while, but the last time I met up with Connor, let me just hold this up now. I'm trying to find a place where I can drape it. That'll do. Last time I met up with Connor, look at that. This is why I don't do clothing. Look, I can't. That would be like presented for like a listing picture. Look at that. All this. Now, I don't know how old it is. Made in India, but this like it is given like secondary school teacher like feel. Look at that. Elbow patches, bit of plaid. £4 that was. £4. And there was a guy flicking through the rail, picked that out the rail before me and put it back. And I was like, I've heard of all of this before. I'm going to give that a go for £4. That one sold for 25. So I mean, it's good. It's a good markup. I just don't like clothes. You can come and build me a shed then, Ian. Save me being in the cellar. I need to rebuild this one first. 3-1 Forest Green. Thank you, Ricky. Yeah, 88th minute. That puts us top of the league because Rochdale York today got called off. So, yeah, it'd be nice to be top. So I guess Oof. Yeah, Robbie Savage's name. Yeah, he has come from Macclesfield. That was a bit of a, yeah, that was a saga. We won't touch into that now. But he's done well so far for us. Plays a real attack style of football. Ricky loves his football. Dreams reselling. Dreams, nice to see you. Dreams gets in the comments every video, sends really nice positive messages, got a lot of time for Dreams, and it's good to see you in the live, my friend, and thank you for commenting. Hey, and we should go watch Boston versus Forest Green. Boston is my hometown now. I've not been down to Boston. It's an away ground I wouldn't mind going to as well. I've not been to many away grounds, and I need to tick a few more off. I got Truro on my mind. That's over the Easter bank holiday, so I'll probably be going down there. I need to Google even where Boston's. I couldn't even tell you where that is, Kieran. Lots of modest sales, all adds up. Don't do it, mate. For me, the sales are all about that £1-2 turning it into 15 to 18, something like that. That's where my eBay store and my money ticks over. That's what I rely on, those ones. When the big ones that come in, they're great, but I don't rely on them. Dreams is a good egg. So Loose Toys is bagging up his clothes and trainers for the boot sale. Can't sell clothes or plush to sell my life. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind plush. I don't mind teddies as long as you've got a place to store them and you're willing for them to hang around. I got a couple of boxes up there. But yeah, teddies I seem to do all right. Reseller based in northeast of England. That's a very specific name, but nice to see you. Evening, finally managed to get to one of your lives. I've moved from Southport to Leeds this weekend, so I've been able to get in one yet. I finally have a unit for eBay. What I've been doing over the past few days is tidying out my garage here, ready for, it's just a whole Christmas run-in. So this area here, this is where all my listed stock is. All here. Over there, that is where all my unlisted stock is. And it was a mess, right? Absolute mess. Bags here, bags there. Just all, look, it still needs sorting out, just bags. And when you see bags like that, you don't want to go in there. It's hard to get in there. So what I've done is I've moved all my transformers. That was a sad day. Moved all those transformers up into the attic now. So I'm gradually taking out these bags and putting them onto the racks there. So I can definitely see the advantage and why you would be having a unit. I mean, just doing all this at my relatively small scale, yeah, I've got tons of space. I have. It's not the most efficient, but I could see where a unit would come in handy, my friend. John's alive and gaming. Good evening to you too. We've got the gentleman in. Love selling plushes. Yes, Marcus. Vicky's going into plush. He loves his plush. Right, I got another. Oh, hang on. I look after your transformers for you. Oh man, they do need a new. Well, no, they don't need a new home. It's just such a shame where they're cool. They display well. And you just stuff them in a box and just put them away. Like, they need to be out. They need to be looked at. They need to be enjoyed. They can't be just stuffed in a box. Hate it. Anyway, I got my one more sale to show you. And then what I want to do is, oh, Ricky, you didn't need to do that, my friend, but thank you very much. Lunch on me. I'm looking forward to, if anyone's going to the eBay seller open in the NEC, one of the main reasons I'm going there is to catch up with Ricky. I've never met Ricky face to face, and there's a few others as well I'm really looking forward to meet. So, I will buy you a few drinks back, and lunch will be on me whenever we meet up there. But I really appreciate that. That NEC meetup is going to be class. There's going to be a lot of people there. It's going to be really good fun. All right, guys, this is the one thing that I want to show you that I sold there. See them there? These high-tech trainers. I picked these up on that yard sale I went to. The bloke was just selling shoes off for £1 each. Doesn't matter what they were, the condition of them. He was just like, just everything is £1. And like, I was stood there looking at him and I was like, there's 15 here. Like, it would probably be wrong. I felt bad if I was to buy them all. So I'd only picked up a couple. I had a pair of football boots and I had these, right? And they've sold for 17. That's cheap. That is cheap for these. But sales have been slow, haven't they? And it's the type of thing that if you don't accept the offer when it comes in, 6 months later, you'll accept that same offer. But yeah, I didn't buy them all. I mean, I reckon half of them, the condition was naff and you wouldn't want them anyway, but they're at £1 each. £1? Can't go wrong for that. Listed 250. Project Games, Matt, is trying a new AI tool for cards. And the volume you're getting through, my friend, 250 listings today. Sounds like you're onto a good thing, mate. That's really well done. I've listed 10. But I've been working today. I use that excuse all the time. I've been working today. I ask about Jellycats now. There's so many places put them aside. Yeah, Jellycats are ever found in the magic glass cabinet. Price sky high. It's the tag. It's such an easily recognizable tag, isn't it? It's just, you know, the little cat with the jelly. You see it and you think, oh, that's a bit weird. Like it's an obvious one to see, and yeah, they're everywhere. Yeah. Thanks, Dreams. I do like taking my boys out to the charity shop with me, and they enjoy going too. Part of the reason why I do focus on the toys is because when you're in the charity shop with kids, that's where they are. Like, they don't want to be going through clothes, do they? They don't want to be looking through bric-a-brac. They want to be in the toys. So if they're looking at the toys, you're looking at the toys, and you just take your phone out, Google a few things, find a few little gems. Right, I've been doing a little bit of maths, and I want to share this with you. So, you know, I've always said that my aim on eBay, or eBay and YouTube, because I've got to treat them both together because both of them work together. I earn money off of both of them. My aim for let's call it my side hustle, is to make £500 profit per month. I went through and I worked out, and I was actually like, am I actually doing this? And what prompted me to do this was, I am. I know I am, but I've got a lot of things listed that are doing absolutely nothing, and that has costed me money. And I tried to work out how much that is. It was Aussie Thrifter. I can't remember his name. He put a really good post out and just made me think. So what I have done, you know how you can use all those eBay spreadsheets? I worked it out, and I'm going to be open and honest with all my numbers, like I always am, right? So this is the size. This gives you the scale of my business, right? From January to August, £2,000 profit on eBay. 2,000, that's it. 8 months, so that's £250 profit per month I'm making off of eBay. Not that much, right? But you know, for me, it sounds bad. This never really been about the money. My full-time job is the money. That's what gives me the money. But YouTube in that time, £2,860, £350 per month. So YouTube is making me more money at the minute than eBay is. But add them both together and that's £600. So I'm over my £500 target. But it goes to show that my business runs in different ways. So this first 6 to 8 months, it's YouTube heavy. But come the next 6 months, as we approach up to Christmas, and it's 8 months, isn't it? The next 4 months, as we approach up to Christmas, that number will drastically swing. The YouTube content and the money that comes in, 350 quid average per month, that stays. That is there every month. Doesn't matter what month it is. But the eBay income will shoot right up on the way to Christmas. So that's why I do try and target £500 profit a month, but I look bigger picture. I look at the yearly kind of numbers, because then you can get that fluctuation in there. Interested to know, like, how does that compare with kind of you guys? I'm just really interested to know how I sit in relation to others. There we are, full times coming in, 3-1. Good win, that. Good win. Good win against Morecambe. Good side. Are the eBay things worth going to? I've missed my opportunity for this one, but may go to the next one. I went to the Birmingham one, and if you go there expecting to be told how to do things and how to make your business better, then it's a waste of time for you. I think the best thing you get about it is just talking to people and seeing how other people do things and just taking little snippets. Wow, they're doing that thing really well, or that's a really good idea. I wish I. And they'll be doing exactly the same to you. Like, you'll be telling them what you do, and they'll be like, oh, I wish I'd done that. And it's all about just taking those little pieces from people that can make your business better. And it's also good to meet other people and have a few drinks too. Being part-time reseller isn't easy, hard to find a balance. My main job pays the bills, so reselling often takes a back seat. It is about finding that balance, and it's about finding that routine that works for you as well. So I have my full-time job, and that accounts for everything. That means that my reselling and my YouTube is zero risk, and it's all about the entertainment for me, and it's all about enjoying what I do. I do try and put a monetary value on it, because that's what makes my story and videos relatable. If I just bumble along and say, oh, I've done this, I've done that, without any real goals, it's quite hard to quantify it. But yeah, it is hard to get the right message across though about that, because I do take it seriously, and I do try and make money off it. I do. I've never done one, but it's really not my kind of thing. Yeah, put yourself in your outside your comfort zone is always a good thing to do. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Like, Ships and Sharks. I started an eBay account just to sell books recently and aim to make £100 profit per month. Managed it after about 3 months. It's just a hobby for me, so I'm pleased, but it's not that big money. Yeah, but it starts everywhere. You've got to start somewhere. So when I started, I had a similar goal to you. I dropped my working week from 5 days down to 4 days, but in that one day I wasn't working, I had my boy with me. And because he was with me, I wasn't paying any childcare that day. And I worked out that all I had to make was like 20 quid or 30 quid in that day, and I would be financially equivalent to earning my salary that day, because I'm saving stuff on the childcare. So my goal was £30 a week. That's all I had to make, and it was worth my time doing that. And it's all about measuring what success is for you. So that 30 quid, if I'd made 50 quid, that is a cracking week. That is a really successful week. But you put that into people's other business models, 50 quid, what's the point of making 50 quid, blah, blah, blah. It's all down to you. My eBay and vintage sales have hit rock bottom, not selling much on them all. But I think it's because I keep all the good stock for my toy store now that I do toy fairs and shows. Maybe that might be something to do it. Yeah, try and drop some better quality stuff there and see if it has an impact. Redhead reseller. I'm part-time and I'd love to go full-time at some point. I don't think I'll ever go full-time, as in, I think there's levels of full-time in there. I think I'll always be doing reselling, and I'll probably always be doing social media and doing YouTube. And there will become a point where I don't do my full-time job, and then eBay and YouTube will become my income. But it won't be I won't treat it like a full-time job. I won't be working 9 to 5 or working crazy hours every day, because if I'm doing that, then I wouldn't give up my full-time job. I just do that in my full-time job and get all the benefits that come with it. It will always be a passive thing, but it may become my sole income one day. Remages, eBay's gone through the roof. Mate, your whole business, not just eBay, everything you're doing seems to be going through the roof at the minute. You seem to just have the touch. Yeah, there we are. Look, Redhead saying the thing. You're booming on your videos. You are, Kieran. And your videos are booming as well. The subscribers are going up. The views are going up. You're onto a good thing. Right. What I want to touch on as well is I'm making £600 or 600 quid a month. No, 650 quid a month, wouldn't I? And that to me is that success. I was talking about measurements of success, and 500 quid is what I wanted. So 650 quid or 600 quid, that's a success, right? But then I've looked into my eBay numbers a bit more, and this is where it gets really interesting. So when you open up your eBay homepage, it gives you your year-to-date totals. So my year-to-date totals, I've had 550 sales. 550 sales. And what it also gives you is the average cost that your items sell for. Mine's 23 quid. 23 quid. Now, doing a bit of maths, right? My average buying cost, toys, games, some of this 50p, some of it's a fiver, some of it's a bit more, some of it's a bit less. It's about 3 quid. My average item cost is 3 quid. And once you take into second class post, small parcel, that is predominantly what my thing is. Bit of eBay fees. I reckon on average, I'm making £12.50 per item profit. Every item I sell is £12.50. So if I've sold 550 things at £12.50 profit, my profit should be 6,875. I've done the maths. My profit should be 6,875. But I'm only making £2,000 profit off eBay. So I've got £4,500 lost somewhere. Now, that is stock. That's stock I've bought. And other expenses. So I've sent a few cards off for grading, haven't I? And that comes at a price. There'll be other things that are just falling out, things like that. But £4,000. £4,000 here. Now, if you think actually my average item cost is 3 quid, and I've got £4,000 worth of stock here that hasn't even been listed. No, actually, no, that's a lie. I do obviously have some stock listed. I've got 200 items already listed. My active store is 200 items. So at £3 each, that's 600. That's 600 items. But it still means I've got £4,000 worth of items or stock here not listed. At £3 an item, that's 1,400 items here that haven't been listed. It's all crude averages. 1,400 items. And that includes stickers that are inside, a few clothes that are inside, other things that are inside. Now, I said that my average profit per item is £12.50. Well, if I got 1,400 items out here, not listed, at £12.50 an item, that's 17.5 grand's worth of profit, potential profit that's sat here doing nothing. And that value was just like what am I doing? Like, you're accumulating all this stock, you're buying extra stock, you're buying stuff and you're not listing it. And yeah, it's costing you money, but it's also potential profit that is sat here. And then it got me thinking, and I'm thinking about the YouTube side of things. And the only reason why I do go out and keep buying more stock is to make videos. Because you guys like to see when I go on the charity shops and boot sales and the stuff I buy. So I need to go out to the shops to buy stuff. And that's where all this has come from. But if I've only made £3,000 off of YouTube this year, why am I doing it? Like, why am I doing YouTube? Why am I putting so much value on that money I get from YouTube? When actually, if I didn't do YouTube and I just use that time instead to list all this, I'd be better off. Even if the number wasn't 17,000, even if the number was 5,000, I'd still be better off focusing on the eBay side of things. Maybe that's the reason you see some people actually make that decision once they get to a certain size of business. They stop doing social media, stop doing YouTube, because it's just not time efficient for them to do it. Now, I will always do this alongside eBay. I will always do YouTube alongside eBay because it is that enjoyment thing. And if I didn't do YouTube, I wouldn't do eBay. I use this as a motivational tool to do eBay. But just putting those numbers in context and working out how many items perhaps you've not got listed, and then your potential profit on those items. I think that's just really interesting. It's a really interesting metric. Nice. Right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I know it's only a short one today, but I've only sold 3 things today. My plan for the rest of the week is I'll be out doing my usual thing tomorrow. I will be hitting the charity shops, sourcing some stuff, even though I've just told you I've got loads of stuff here that needs listing. But I got in my head, I want to do like a day in the life of a part-time or a side hustle eBay reseller. So I want to do some of that. I've got to take all those games down to CEX as well. That'll clear up some space. So yeah, video will be probably out tomorrow afternoon. September, I'm ramping up my eBay listing to try and take advantage of this approach to Christmas. Last year, because I've been going through the numbers, September, October and November were the busiest and biggest sales months for me last year. So I want that to be the case this year. So to do that, I need to keep my stock fresh. I need to keep my store active. I'm going to be up here listing a few more bits. That's going to keep me busy this week. This weekend, I don't know what's going on with the boot sale situation. I thought last week was the last one. I will do a Google to see if there's any more in the area, but the weather's not meant to be great. So I don't know if I'll be doing a boot sale this Sunday, but it is the Cardiff Sports Card Show this Saturday, which I'll be popping along to see if I can get some good deals there. I have just put another submission of cards off to MGC Grading. That's another 50 cards, mainly women's football cards and stickers. That's gone to them. So they'll be back in 6 to 8 weeks. So I'm going to the Sports Card Show just to feel it out, see what it's all about, see what the general atmosphere is, with an eye on maybe the next one, having a table there and selling. I think that could be a really good, efficient way to get rid of some of the MGC cards quickly. All right, my comments have frozen, so I'm sorry if you guys have been leaving comments. The last one I had was at like 25 to 9 or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna go in, pack my 3 items now. Thanks so much for joining me tonight. Great win for Forest Green. Thanks for keeping that going. Ricky, thank you so much for your support and thanks for the donation. I appreciate that, my friend. And I hope you have a really good rest of the week. I'll catch up with you in the video tomorrow. Have a good one, guys.